Hello everyone, Steve Garrett. Tonight I wanted to talk about impossible. What does it mean to say that something is impossible? And what comes to mind to me is that when we say it's impossible, what we're really saying is we don't want to do it. Um, why do I say that? Because I think if we say it's impossible, it's more like a cop out that says, I don't want to take the effort and energy. I don't want to do what is necessary to make it happen. It's easier for me just to say it's impossible. Um, you know, people used to say it's impossible for man to fly, but Wilbur and Orville Wright didn't have that attitude. They went and made it happen. They used to say it's impossible to break the 4-minute mile, but Roger Bannister didn't believe that. He kept on running until he did it. Now, the things that we called impossible before are, even in my lifetime, I used to read Popular Science magazine back in the day, and it had a lot of things. When I was a child, they were talking about a machine that you would take a cup of water, and you'd put it in this machine, and you'd turn it on, and within a minute, that water would be boiling hot. And we laughed. We said, that's impossible. How could you do that? Well, now there's not a home in America that doesn't have a microwave, correct? It's impossible because men, the minds of man said it is possible, and they found a way to make it happen. In the 1800s, there was a great whale oil shortage as they finally hunted the whales into extinction, and the whole world was beginning to worry, thinking that it was going to be dark outside. Well, busily, Thomas Edison was going around his laboratory working, trying to find something that would conduct electricity. He found electricity when he knew that he could make light come out of it somehow if he could only find the right material for that light to go through and illumine. And from what I understand, he had like 7,000 mistakes, 7,000 failed attempts at making a light bulb. But he didn't stop. He didn't say it's impossible. He knew it was possible, but it was hard. It was going to take a lot of effort and energy. But where's our world today because of that? So when there's an adversity, there's a seed in there of an equal or greater opportunity. And that's what we need to realize when someone says that's impossible. They used to tell me it's impossible to do this or impossible to do that, and I would just believe them. I used to think it was impossible to make $5,000 a month on the internet. I used to think that's crazy, that's ludicrous. Much less $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $100,000 a month. Oh, this is just a bunch of scammers. But in the last few months I've met some of these people on the internet, and they are not scammers. They're really down-to-earth people, the people like you and me, that have learned some ideas, and learned some strategies to market themselves on the internet, and they're doing just that. They're seeing phenomenal success. People in the group that I'm involved with called the Prosperity Group, they're looking at $30,000, $40,000 a month now as a small-time income. That's for people who don't want to work hard. And so all I'm saying in that is money isn't my burn, but what money can do can change anybody's life. Can make their life easier, can make their life more fulfilling, can help them fund the projects that they want to do, can help them live in retirement in a way that's dignified rather than looking at a retirement village or a downsizing from a house to an apartment, or I have a lot of friends that are doing that. A lot of friends my age are retiring and saying, well, we decided we're going to get a mobile home. We're going to get a modular home, and it's some little shanty on the edge of town because that's what they can afford on the pension that they worked 30 years for the corporation to get. Someone told them at an early age, you work for this company for 30 years, and at the end of the time you'll have this great retirement package. And through no fault of their own on most of them, just that they were duped by the corporate fairy tale. They've come to that place. Inflation has eaten every bit of their wealth up, and now they can't even afford the nice home that they've been living in all their working life, and they have to sell that and buy a bean can and live in that. It's just not right. That's the thing that's impossible. It's impossible to work at a job for 30 years and get an income from that at the end that's worthwhile. It's just not. Retirement packages are not what they're hyped to be. Social Security for my generation may not even be there. We don't know. But anyway, all that being said, around the edge of this blog, there's a couple places you can check out a video about the Empower Network. I encourage you to do it because I think you want to do it. I think it's something inside of you that's saying, I'd like to believe this guy, but what he's saying sounds impossible. I want to challenge you tonight. Don't even think that. Think it's possible, and then check out the video and see what happens. That's all I'm asking. Just do that. Just do that. Say, tonight I'm suspending my belief in the impossible. I'm going to see water turned into wine. I'm going to see Lazarus coming out of the grave. I'm going to see limbs restored. I'm going to see demoniacs healed, because it's possible. It's possible. I'm going to see lives changed, because we're seeing lives change in the Empower Network. We're seeing people who before had drug addictions and all kinds of other things going on in their lives that were negative, impossible circumstances, and they've overcome through the power of positive influence, the power of people believing in them, and being empowered by a group of people that is for you, sees the best in you when you can't see it. So, like I'm saying, I know you want to, so take a look at the videos, wherever the button is on this blog somewhere. Just take a look at the video, check it out, see what you might find there. Pay the $25, get involved, and get in for the ride of your life. All right? Have a good evening.